What is the problem for the landholders of Western New South Wales?
The objectives of the Native Vegetation Act in New South Wales is to maintain or improve soil, water and biodiversity. A landscape, as to our right, is not doing that. It's degrading those three major environmental outcomes. Whereas the rehabilitation of these landscapes for native ground cover and the birds, the animals, the soil quality and water quality is improved immensely, and this is what must be able to happen.
Why don't landholders fix this degradation?
Anything that I want to do to improve their environment would be seen to be breaking the law.
We have to have good, flexible land management. If we don't get them, this land will just degrade further than what it is and we won't be able to do any sort of rehabilitation at all.
What is it about the regulations that make it impossible for people to look after the land?
The retention of the bigger stems and retaining 20 stems of each species per hectare. So there's approximately, I think, 6 to 8 different species in this little area here. So that would mean that I'd have to hold 20 of each of those species and then have to retain anything that is over 20 centimetres in diameter.
Can you select out individual trees?
We don't have the capacity to go through and pick little bits out of this and leave most of the big stuff. If we don't have that capacity, we don't actually have the capacity to start. What it gets back to, in simple terms, is we either do it properly or we can't do it at all.
Why do you keep talking about establishing grasslands to assist the environment?
It's 80% of the endangered species for this area all rely on ground cover, grasslands and open areas for their survival.
Is the problem more than invading scrub? What about grazing?
You can take the stock out, that's still not going to fix the grass problem because you've got the timber for competition, the roos and pigs and all the total grazing pressure can't be controlled, and even if you could control it, the timber's got the grass buggered anyway for moisture.
Total cover of the country by trees is a badder problem as a desert. It just becomes so windblown and the trees cause wind tunnels and just creates a real problem.
When we've got an invasive native scrub there, you get your rilling and the bare patches, scalded patches in amongst the trees.
Why do you say the scrub is invasive? Wasn't the scrub always there?
Well, the fellow that worked here in the late 40s tells me that none of this was here. It was just scattered eucalypts and scattered pines started to grow and generated in the wet years of the 50s.
Have you been able to get some understanding in the process up to now?
At each turn and every step we've taken along the way, we just seem to be kept getting put on the back foot and told that you can't do that, we can't accept that. And so over a period of 10 years to date, we haven't been able to take any steps forward. We've been just standing still.
We were told that there was the triple bottom line and the environment was the first one and then there was the social and the economic, but somehow it's just faded out and it's no longer even talked about. And so from our community point of view, the whole town is this is just the oppression and the weight's really fallen across the whole community.
The government, it keeps on promising we're going to have fresh blood inside the system, and when they change a department or whatever, it's the same blood goes in there behind the scenes that are working the same system, and we come out with the same results, or which is nil result.
What do you want the New South Wales Government to do about it then?
If we were able to move forward with our draft plan, that would take a hell of a lot of pressure off straight away. It would give people the confidence of having something to look forward to in their future and in the future of their farm and the future of their families.
Are your community's processes victims of another agenda?
Winning a few votes might be all what a lot of this pressure's come about in aid of. Instead of doing what's right and what's right by people that like ourselves, that we're not criminals, we don't want to be doing things that are illegal. We want to do the right thing, and it's up to you to be able to help us.
I think it just shows the resolve of the farm and rural sector out here that we're not prepared to give in until we get the right outcome, and that it's the right outcome for the environment as well as the individual and our community.